Two seat hands meet, elbows wide and in front of your rib cage. Toes touch, mounds touch. Heels stay light as you walk to your mat. Bend your knees and even parallel park your right hip, parallel park your left hip as you walk to your space, keeping your rib cage open. Establish radiant heart, starting from the center of your rib cage, softening, dilating, opening up your radiant channel from the base of your pelvis to the top of your head. Elbows float high from your rib cage. V vector your arms. Low V, keep your arms low to give your rib cage precedence, and then cross your right arm under your left, interlace your hands, keep your thumbs engaged, palm of your hand doming, dig your right foot, drag your right heel back, and then wrap your right foot around your leg for Phoenix pose. Pubis stays back. Sits bones wide, your waist narrows, rib cage lifts up, top of your head lifts up, elbows forward, soften your belly, touch your right foot down, dig your right foot in, drag your right heel back, and then root and rise. Head goes up, heart lifts up. Keep your elbows forward, release your right leg, dig, right foot paw forward, drag your right heel back, parallel park your left hip, and then bicycle, pressing in with the max side of your mound of your right foot, pulling your heel up towards your hip. Keep your heart lifted, solar plexus and belly open. Keep your left knee bent, recross right, this time kickstand. Press your left knee into the back of your right calf. Two domes, double dome on top of your right knee, sending your knees energetically in towards each other, pubis back, and then knees energetically wide, hips wide, opening up the back side of your pelvic floor. V vector your arms. Keep your arms low as you lift your heart up. Press your fingertips down, lift your heart up. Your waist narrows. Throat narrows. Hips, heart, head are broad and open. Ecstasy arms, fingertips touch the back of your head, squeeze the base of your palm, lift your elbows up to the sky, heart lifts up. Keep your hips rooted, pulsing, rooting, and rising, rooting, and rising. Gaze forward, forearms parallel to the earth, V vector your arms, dig drag right, touch right toes down, low V, and frontal view. Two seat hands touch, elbows wide in front of your rib cage. Send your hips back, and then cross your left arm under your right. Interlace your hands. Take seat hands even here, squeezing the base of your palm, and the palm of your hand domes. Express your belly, lift up, and then dig your left foot, drag your left heel back, cross your left leg over your right, full wrap. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other, pubis back, and then sits bones wide, glutes rise up, your heart is full, elbows lift, top of your head lifts, open up your belly, touch your left foot down, kickstand, so you have a nice root, femur bones push to the back of your leg, and then your heart and head can rise up, back ribs stay full the whole time. Keep your arms wrapped, dig, drag, left knee goes forward and wide, and then bicycle. Pubis stays back, glutes rise up by pressing the mound of your foot in, pulling your heel back, and then rewrap your left leg, touch down, kickstand. Thighs go energetically in towards each other, pubis back, and then thighs wide, hips wide. Pulse your heart up. Keep your back ribs full the whole time. Elbows lift up. Let an exhale come out of your mouth so your belly's nice and soft, solar plexus open. And then gaze forward. Unwrap your arms. Genie arms, touch down, double dome on top of your left knee. Keep your arms straight so your heart's pushing away from the earth. Energetically take your knees in towards each other, pubis back, and then knees energetically wide, hips wide. Release your left leg. And for some therapeutics, rolling your thighs from the inside thighs in and back, and your hamstrings go up and back towards your glutes. Inside thighs go in and back. Lift your right heel, rotate your right heel out, parallel park right hip, and grab your glute. Let it rise up towards your sacrum. Glute rises up towards your sacrum. Left hand dome on your left knee. And then right hand dome on your right knee. Lower your right heel, lift your left heel. Grab the outside of your left hip and rotate your inner thigh in, outer thigh up. Taking your glutes up towards your sacrum and pulsing, helping the fascia reform here. Using therapeutics, using your hands to reform the fascia. From your rib cage, lift your V-vector arms, then genie arms. Lift your right heel, dig, drag, bonsai. Mound of your right foot touches the top of your left knee. Knees energetically in, pubis back, and then knees wide, sits bones wide. Press your arms down to lift your heart up. Top of your head lifts up. Inhale and exhale, soften your throat, opening your mouth so your belly softens, your solar plexus softens. Keep your left leg rooted, left femur bone back and wide, parallel parking left hip. V-vector your arms, lifting from your heart. Ecstasy arms. Keep your heart full, your rib cage lifting up away from the earth. Hips go back, heart lifts up. Right toes touch down, V-vector. And then back view, bonsai. Dome your hands on your thighs. Send your hips back. Genie arms. Lift your left heel. Dig your left foot. Drag your left foot. Left toes touch on top of your right knee. Narrow your elbows, or narrow your knees in, send your pubis back, and then knees wide, sits bones wide. Your waist narrows, press your genie arms down to lift your heart up, lift your belly up. V-vector your arms from the center of your heart. Bend your elbows, ecstasy arms. Narrow your elbows in, widen your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, soften your belly, open your throat, open your solar plexus. Heart lifts up away from the earth, hips root back and down. Express your belly. Look up to the sky. Keep your back ribs full the whole time so your belly can be nice and strong. V-vector your arms. Left toes touch. Mound of your left foot touches. Genie arms. Keep your genie lower than your shoulders. Two domes touch on top of your knees. Straight arms. Hips back. Dig, drag right. Slide your right hand on the outside of your right knee. Liquid hand. Left hand seed. Lower your left seed so you can lift your left rib cage. Rib cage gets priority. And then V-vector left arm. Option here to take it further. Bend your left knee. Bring your belly close to your left knee. Parallel park your left hip. Left fingertips touch down. Left ear towards your left shoulder. So your right side gets nice and long here. Right hand can stay on your right knee, or release your right hand. Seed hand, dome. Bend your left knee nice and deep. Right hand touches the top of your right knee, taking it even further if you want. Left ear to left shoulder. Express your belly towards the sky, back of your heart towards the sky. Right knee, key here. Right knee, pull it towards your belly and up towards the sky. Seed hand right, V-vector. Heart, hips, and head lift you up. Right toes touch. And frontal view. Two seed hands touch. Two dome hands touch your knees. Dig, drag left. Left knee lifts. V-vector, liquid hand on the outside of your left knee. Parallel park your right hip. And you can stay here or take it further, blue moon. Right hand touches down, seed, dome, push your heart away from the earth, bright, right ear down towards your right shoulder. And you can stay here or left hand touches, seed, and then bend your right knee nice and deep. My right side's quite tight, so I step it out a little bit here, but you can keep it close. Biggest key here, that left knee in the air, send it up towards the sky. Left knee towards your belly. Right ear to your right shoulder. Yeah, left knee lifts. And then come back using your hips. The back of your heart, back of your head help lift you up. Rib cage lifts, V-vector your arms. Touch your left toes down, the mound of your left foot down. Seed hands touch. Elbows wide and in front of your rib cage. Earth pose. Seed hands float forward, soft bend in your knees. Opening up, taking a pause to soften on the inside, find radiant channel, radiant heart. And then take 3 fingers, touch 3 inches below your belly button, and rub in a clockwise direction. Releasing tension in your low belly, using Therapeutics here to open up your belly. And then rubbing above your belly button and all around your belly in a clockwise direction. It's really good for digestion, and it's really good just to let yourself know that you're okay and that you can open up in these future poses. Even your side ribs where your belly meets. Letting yourself open up, and even mouth breathing, softening your belly. Two domes on top of your knees. 2 seed hands lift from the heart. Genie arms. Knees in, hips back, knees wide, hips wide. Dig, drag right. For a twist. Right hand ecstasy. Left hand, keep your left arm straight. Twist at your waist, at your low ribs. Twist at your low ribs. And then left ear towards your left shoulder so you get your right side really nice and long. And then twist at your belly here. Low ribs stay lifted the whole time. Root your hips down, femur bones back to the back of your leg. Keep your chin in line with your sternum. Softening your exit, trying to stay graceful as possible, and then view from the back. 2 dome hands touch your knees, hips back, dig, drag left, parallel park your right hip, keep your pelvic floor open, left hand back behind your head, ecstasy arm, forearm is parallel to the earth, right hand touches the outside of your left knee for a twist. Twisting at your low ribs, keep your sternum lifted and your chin in line with your sternum. And then right ear to your right shoulder to get your left side really nice and long. Keep your hips back, femur bones rooted, and then once again twist at your waist. Chin is in line with your sternum. Keep your heart lifted away from the earth as your hips stay back. Breathe in, open your mouth, belly exhale. V-vector, left toes touch down, and side view. 2 seed hands meet, elbows forward and wide in front of your rib cage. Come to the back of your space, step forward right. Keep your hips back, dig, drag left. For dancer, your hips stay wide, your heart stays wide, your head stays wide. Your waist narrows, your throat narrows. Right hand ecstasy, left hand touches the inside of your paw of your foot so that the mound of your big toe mound side of your foot has something to press against. And then that helps lift your left glute up towards your sacrum. And once your left glute's lifted up towards your sacrum, then you can extend your leg long. Extend your leg back behind you, even opening up the left side of your chest. Right forearm and ecstasy arms parallel to the earth. Parallel park your right hip even. And if you pop out of it, go ahead and just try to come down, keeping your right or your left glute lifted here. Release. And then softly touch down. The paw of your foot, toes in mounds. Frontal view, up dancer, 2 seed hands touch, elbows wide and forward. Step forward left, dig drag right, left hand ecstasy, right hand goes back and touches the inside of your right foot. The paw of your right foot now has something to push against, helping lift your right glute up. And then once your right glute is lifted up, extend your leg long, opening up the right side of your chest. Keep your rib cage full, especially the back ribs here. Open up your mouth so your belly can open. Breathing out. Parallel park your standing leg, left leg, and then right toe step down. Ecstasy arms, chair pose. Dig, drag. So the front of your paw pushes forward and your heel pulls back towards your hips. Pubis back, sits bones wide, belly's open, back ribs full, heart lifts up. And even with a positive attitude, you can open up and dilate even more. V-vector your arms, seed hands touch. Lower your seeds to your belly so your ribs have priority. Fostering radiant channel, radiant heart. Allow yourself to feel the expansion you created. Bowing to your practice. Honoring the work you've put in. And bowing, sharing your openness and expansion with the world. Namaste, my friend.